Hi, my name is Rafael. I donated a kidney to my brother-in-law about 2 years ago. The question is when I learned that what kidney failure would mean for Ben and what is it that I felt. Um, I really, um, I really think once again every situation is different. But in my case, I felt compelled to help out. It wasn't a matter of what he thought or whatever, right? It was a matter of what I felt was my duty to do. In my case, when I learned about kidney disease and his treatment options was many years ago when he had his first transplant. Um, as I had many years to research and just to understand what his options were going to be. So I was not entirely surprised. The decision that I made, it was after I had talked to people who had done it before and to online with information that is readily available. I ultimately decided to donate a kidney because I saw the suffering and everything that was happening in my sister's family. And nobody else was a match. Nobody else, they couldn't find another kidney. And my brother-in-law just kept going, getting worse and worse. And it looked like he was not going to make it unless something happened. My entire family was worried what would happen to me as a result of the donation, understandably so. I myself was, worried and to a certain extent scared that what could happen. But once again, I trusted that everything would be fine, and everything did come out okay. I haven't had any issues. My take is, you gotta have their support if you want to do this. It's just not gonna work unless they're willing to support you in your decision. I think the whole process is actually very scary, especially if you never had surgery like myself. What got me through was my religious beliefs and prayer. I knew I was gonna be okay. That was what got me through that being scared. There's nothing better than knowing that no matter what, the Lord is going to protect you. That was my case. As I was being rolled into the operating room, I felt warm. I just was not afraid. I was at peace. And I had asked my kids to pray for angels to help me through. And I felt peace. I was not scared, and should have been a ice cold room. Felt warm, and I was just fine. I don't know how else to explain it, but it was a very spiritual experience more than anything else. I think the best moment after my surgery was when I woke up and I heard that my kidney was working in somebody else's body. That was pretty cool. I hadn't cried until then and just lost it. It was a great feeling. I said it before and I'll say it again. It was more a spiritual experience more than anything else. My recovery was actually pretty fast. I was walking just hours on the same day that I had the surgery, and I got out of the hospital 2 days after. And then I really put my whole little strength I had into recovery. I was skiing 2 months after. I was probably 100% back about 6 months later. And, I just felt that all the noise has been, I was back to my normal self at that point. What I learned about myself and others through this whole thing is that we really depend on the help of a higher being to make it through difficult circumstances. In my case, I felt that as I said before, it was more a spiritual experience more than anything else. And the fact that we made it through. Whatever we made it through, it was a very faith building experience for me. I think I am more conscious of the fact that I need to protect my body after the surgery, after donating the kidney. I drink more water and all the time, and I try to eat better food. My health has been the same. There's no difference. I'm perfectly fine and I feel fine. Yeah, but I am more conscious. Uh, there's nothing I regret about the whole experience. My wife may have other ideas. She probably want me to have two kidneys, but from my standpoint, there's nothing I regret. There's really nothing that has happened that I did not expect either. So everything's been fine. Looking back, the best part about donating a kidney, in my case, was the feeling I got when I saw my brother-in-law playing with his grandchildren. And even though it's only been 2 years, and I hope the kidney lasts longer, those are years that would have been taken away from him if he had not had that kidney. He was really in bad shape and actually continues to struggle quite a bit. But the kids been able to get to know Papa a little bit more and have him around. So that makes it all worth it. The best advice I could give someone else who's thinking about being a living donor is don't think of yourself. If you think about yourself and you think about what might happen, you probably won't go through it. Number one. Number two, think about the good that is going to come from your decision in the life or the person that is going to be receiving your kidney or whatever organ you want to. Number three, you really need to get the support from the family around you. If you are married, your spouse, and you get sick, your spouse, because of the donation, your spouse is going to be the one taking care of you. And it's only fair that they are willing or at least supportive and participants in your decision. You really got to have their decision. Number four, you really got to have faith. You're taking a leap of faith because you don't know what's going to happen. And so if you have religious beliefs, just make sure you hang on to those. And probably my last piece of advice is whatever happens to the kidney after, whether it lasts 1 day or a year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever it is, just don't sweat it. My brother-in-law's kidney is in danger right now. I stopped working as well as he had been. He's had multiple surgeries since we did our transplant, and he's struggling. And today, the creatinine level is as high as it's ever been since the transplant. Today, as a matter of fact. So we're just back to praying that he'll make it through, okay? So that's why I'm suggesting to you, just be grateful that you give person life, gift of life, or whatever time frame is, and they're gonna enjoy it, and enjoy it with them, and just have faith. So, if you ask me if I would do it again, this is the last of the questions. In a heartbeat. Let me change my question, my response to the question, if I had any regrets. I do have one regret. My one regret is I didn't have 3 kids to begin. I would give another one if I had 3. I don't know what else to tell you. I hope this helps you with your decision. Godspeed.